Today's adventure brings me to Salisbury, North Carolina. As a recording of this, it is Sunday, February 6th, 2022. And as with a lot of smaller communities, on Sundays, a lot of the stores are closed. And the downtown area, it's a little empty. And the reason for that slight inflection in my voice a moment ago is because of the cool, crisp weather. Still have not grasped it once I got out of my vehicle. 28 degrees at the moment. It's supposed to warm up to 36 or 37. But as of right now, I should probably get over here in the sun, get in the shade. 28 degrees. Gonna talk about a little soda and pop history here in Salisbury. But I need a coffee first to begin. And this place just opened, well, at the time frame, 10 a.m. currently. And I have already just spilt a little coffee on me. I'm not gonna complain though, because it warms me up. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. And I am today tagging along as a non-caffeinated, non-piping hot caffeinated drinker. Carson Tyler.
What's up, everybody?
How long have you lived in North Carolina?
My whole life, so 19 years.
19 years. You've ever had cheerwine?
Of course.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking today. We're just gonna roam around, see what kind of cheerwine stuff we can find, and at the end, we'll get a couple cheerwines.
Let's do it.
Sounds good?
Yep.
How long have you been doing YouTube for?
8 years.
8 years. What kind of stuff do you do?
Filming locations, abandoned places, everything that you'd want.
So as we go along, I want you to talk about your acting career and some of the things that shows that I've seen and maybe others have seen, and roles that you've been in that. But
Okay.
we a little teaser for that, so we'll pepper that in.
Sounds good.
I'm inviting you to join me and Carson Tyler. Shall you? Now I am really, look at this, it's just like dripping all down the side of that. Maybe the best option was, you were probably smarter to wait for the cheerwine.
Yeah.
And you're from a town where another beverage was created.
Sundrop.
So Sundrop, where are you from exactly?
Right around Gastonia, North Carolina, and that was created in Gastonia. Sundrop was.
Sundrop was in Gastonia, and then an hour away.
Cheerwine was made.
So this is kind of like soda. Do you call it soda or you call it pop?
I call it soda.
Okay, I figured out what the problem was. I didn't have the top on correctly, so I've taken the top off. And I think that should help with the spilling aspect. And they put on the side, brew and cream. First I thought it said my name, but I look closer. My name is not brew nor cream. I just like both those sides. Oh, here we go. Look at this, over here. This was not planned. What's that?
How do you drink?
Oh, this is coffee.
How is it?
It's piping, hot, and caffeinated.
Good?
It's good, yeah.
You like it?
I do, yeah.
You'll go back?
I'll go back. I will.
I own it.
Oh, you own the place? Can I put you in my video? So you own, let me read the name again. The Mean Mug.
Mean Mug Coffee.
Mean Mug Coffee. Yeah,
Location.
I'm doing a whole cheerwine video, but I gotta warm up first with some coffee. Mean Mug. Well, thanks for stopping and being in the video. All right. Cheerwine. See, that's why I like you just film me, you just never know what's gonna happen. How many videos have you done? How many do you have on your channel, I should say?
Probably like 10.
You only have 10 videos?
There's like 300 ones that are private.
You said you were doing daily videos.
That's why I said there's a lot that are private.
And you said it kind of drove you to the brink of insanity.
Yeah.
So you put a lot of those on private.
It wasn't a way I wanted to represent myself.
Yeah. I did daily videos for 5 years and 2 months.
That's crazy.
I did 1,911 videos.
And at what point did you get tired of it?
In 2017, I had to take a few months off, and now I just started peppering them back in, and I'm kind of back to daily again. I haven't missed a day since New Year's. So this is cheerwine. I'm not going to get an entire case of cheerwine.
It's cool if they have it.
But I'll buy, if we can find one in a bottle. See, this will be us in a little bit, Carson. This will be us toasting the cheerwines. Now basically what it is a cherry flavored drink. And it provides cheer, but it's cherry flavored. Kind of like a cherry Coke or a cherry Pepsi, but a little more cherry-y than that. And it is the oldest operating family-owned business that the company is still in the family when it comes to soda anywhere. Older than any other ones because it's still in the family. Established in 1917, I think in 1926 is when it was first officially trademarked. Now over here on the side of this wall is a Coca-Cola. Probably going to see a few other beverages as well. Non-piping hot beverages. Also a little history here. Andrew Jackson studied law back here under Spruce McKay back in from 1784 to 85. And I'm also noticing down here is a bike chain with no bike attached up to it. And because it is Sunday, obviously everyone is, relaxes a little bit and does other things on Sunday, and a lot of stores are not open. Very empty down here. I believe this is the City Hall. Yeah, it is the City Hall. And there's a mural on the side of the building next to that. There'll be a lot of murals in this video. And across the way there is the old Empire Hotel. Yeah, I really like the architecture of that building. And it's not too windy, thankfully. The wind chill's not too bad. You see the flags are kind of stagnant at the moment. It's cold, but it's not as bad because the wind is not blowing. Well, I spoke too soon because now they're going. The wind is now blowing. Okay, I spoke too soon. All right, your guess is as good as mine on what this says. Now, I always say this is more difficult than playing Wheel of Fortune. And it kind of is, but you can make out the A, maybe an R and an S at the end of it right there. Sears. Okay, it says Sears. And there's not a lot of Sears left. Every once in a while I'll pass by a Sears, but it's kind of almost like Kmart. In fact, I might be wrong, but I think Kmart and Sears merged. I'm just going out on a limb because there's a limb right there and saying that. But I think, okay, I could be wrong. You know the saying that when you assume something, you ever heard that phrase?
Yeah.
That you make a you-know-what out of you and me?
Yeah.
You've heard that phrase?
Yeah. Adam, are you doing that right now?
I am doing that. I'm assuming about...
I've never been here, which is really weird, but it seems like somewhere I would really like to go. But if it was a little bit more crowded...
Well, it is Sunday. I have noticed on Sundays,
yeah,
less people. People are going to church. They're spending time with family. A lot of small town business. You go to a city.
Yeah.
A Sunday is very busy.
Oh yeah.
You go to these small communities.
But I'm gonna be honest, there isn't much to do here, even if it was a Wednesday.
That's a good point. That's a valid point. Very valid point. You said it, not me. Now, I was kind of perusing through some of the videos you have on your channel, and you interviewed Michael Rappaport from one of my favorite movies, True Romance. How'd that happen?
So a big thing about me is I have a lot of persistence, and so I saw this TV show he was in called Atypical, and I messaged him on Instagram, and I was like, hey, what would be the odds I could get an interview with you at your comedy show? He's like, let's do it.
That's cool.
I had to ask. I'm like, oh, that's incredible.
It's always
expect that to be so easy.
It's so cool when that happens. And while we're on the subject, one of the shows recently that I've been watching is Cobra Kai. You were in how many episodes of Cobra Kai were you in?
4?
4 episodes.
Yeah, you can't see me very well in 3 of them. But
okay.
In episode 8.
Episode 8.
I take up the whole screen for
really?
a second. Yeah. And
how do you manage to take up a whole screen in an episode?
I don't know, man. It's my big head. If it's a good bit. So
So if I was to watch episode 8 again, where would I see you?
Kind of at the end where they're at the pool party and Tori and Sam are about to get in this huge fight.
Yeah.
They showed 2 people and then 2 people, and I'm the second set of those 2 people.
That's cool. That's a pretty popular show.
Yeah, it was really weird because I was in that and then Spider-Man right back to back. So
which Spider-Man?
No Way Home.
Oh, so the new one?
Yeah.
Wow,
so
that's
2 of
big
the
too.
biggest thing back to back. It was a lot to think about.
You're going to be doing conventions soon and signing autographs, man.
That would be nice. That'd be crazy.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You are doing a convention in October. Tiny Terror Con. That's cool, in Hickory, North Carolina. That's awesome, man. And over at the end of downtown, the main street, is a little art section. It says, please do not paint on the brick walls. I think that those rules have been broken. And this is a pretty awesome looking structure here, this building. If you'd have told me this was the City Hall, we already passed, maybe this was the old City Hall. But I'm wondering what this is on the back of this flatbed. Barbed wire? What is this? I thought maybe it was like, it is into February. I thought maybe they were taking the Christmas lights down, but this is not Christmas lights. This looks like springs. It almost looks like those notebook.
Yeah.
The things that hold the notebook together.
The spiral? Yeah.
Never have I ever seen a pile of those before. This car is going to have its mind blown when it passes by this and says, They have probably never seen a pile of these either.
No, I don't think so.
All right, here's another one. This is so faded you can't even... Any guesses on that?
I was gonna say, Adam, what are we looking at here? You got a guess?
I see no lettering. I see maybe an A on the far end, maybe an M and an A, but that's a wild guess. You know, it almost looks like an upside down American flag.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It's not. It's not, but it's kind of...
But it could be perceived as that. I feel like we're at an art exhibit trying to guess what the art means.
I feel like we are at an art exhibit. It isn't that sometimes when you go to like a therapist and they say, I'm going to show you something, tell me what you see. Maybe this is my form of therapy, going to these small communities. I never thought of it that way, but it really kind of is in a way. Oh, over here is a 5 and dime called Good Stuff 5 and dime, or 5 and 10. It's closed.
I wonder if they used to have the good stuff.
It probably did. It probably was a nickel or a dime.
Man.
That's what a 5 and 10 was. So now you can't get anything. Even dollar stores aren't even $1 anymore. Even Dollar Tree is now $1.25.
It's not $1 anymore. It's the $1.25 store.
Yep. They have to change the name. I'm looking at these kind of antique cameras here. So you were saying when you were on the set of Cobra Kai, I did a filming location in LA of the spots from LA and the Valley, because they filmed it in Atlanta, but they also filmed a few exteriors in LA. And what were you doing?
Kind of, Adam's filming location of Karate Kid a long time ago.
The Cobra Kai.
The Cobra Kai one,
right.
yeah. And where he showed the valley of where it was.
Right.
We were kind of in this church during holding before we shot that night of the pool scene. And I was just showing a few buddies of mine, and they thought it was so cool because they knew about all the spots in Atlanta, but they were always curious about the ones in
the Valley.
So they were so excited to see it.
So on set, before the pool scene, you were watching my filming location.
Watching Cobra Kai, about to shoot Cobra Kai.
That's so funny, man. All right, here, I know there's traffic going by. We're starting to get it's starting to become a beehive of activity out here on this Sunday as the recording of this. This is the Maroneys Theater. And they have these little placards, Salisbury History and Art Trail through, oh, look at this. This is neat.
It probably looks amazing put up.
Yeah. You said you're really into neon.
Yeah, I love neon. I love things like this that just have lights that just look incredible. Just things that are unique to others.
So what kind of got you into like the 80s and all that era, especially at your age? What got you into that, only at 19?
Honestly, there's stuff like Ferris Bueller, stuff like the Goonies, stuff like that. Like Stand By Me.
You were saying the Goonies house is like your bucket list to get in there?
Yeah, it's because even if you can't get in there, I think just seeing it from the outside is just incredible.
Yeah. So you like Stranger Things?
Oh yes.
And you've been to the Stranger Things locations too, right?
Yeah, the Stranger Things locations are very unique because even if they're not set up at the moment, they still all have that feel of the 80s.
All right, there is, oh, someone was coughing down there. There is a church bell also ringing off in the distance. But take a look at this. The date up there says 1898, known as the Bell Block. There's a church bell ringing off in the distance, and this is the Bell Block. And over here is a V. Wallace and Sons wholesale annex building. You can see the little mural up there. There's a lot of good murals in this town of Salisbury. I do not believe this is where the Salisbury steak was created, though. I do like a good Salisbury steak, just not the frozen versions. Yeah, those aren't that great. Now this is funny, we were just chatting here, and I didn't even realize that right over here, look at this. It's our first Cheerwine mural. Drink Cheerwine. Unplanned, we're just sitting here chatting and we look over and go, oh, there's a Cheerwine mural. It's full of good cheer. And that is a thing of beauty right there. And I have a feeling we're gonna find more because this is the birthplace of Cheerwine. There's a spearmint gum. Look at this. Look at this spearmint gum up here, some sort of mint gum. This place is a real treasure trove of, they call these ghost signs. Because they haunt you from the past. I'm not making that up. They're called ghost signs. Is that spearmint or double mint? Some sort of mint.
Something mint. I see what you're talking about.
And there's another theater right here. And here's another angle. This is so cool. See if there's a date. Okay, this has been restored back in 2012. Looking at the name down here, it says restored by the Thompsons, 2 of the Thompsons back in 2012. Not seeing a date stamp on when it originally was created. That is awesome. And if I go over kind of this way just a little bit, you can see this. You can see the mint gum with the Cheerwine. And Cheerwine, before it was cherry, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was a mint flavor, and they couldn't make the mint anymore. So that's why they switched the flavor a little bit, and the rest is history. I'm probably wrong on that, but that's what I recall reading. I am now getting in the mood for a Cheerwine. I finished my coffee. There's another mural up here. Look at this. Unlegible. But I am really getting in the mood for a Cheerwine. Are you?
Yeah, we could be those 2 dudes on the mural just drinking Cheerwine.
The one dude is obscured by the back of the van. All right, look at this. It's the real thing. Also the Leo Wallace Realty Company here. As I said, this is a real treasure trove of ghost signs. Look at this gentleman at the end. He is so happy. He doesn't even realize that here in this town is Cheerwine.
Wonder if Leo Wallace enjoyed Coke.
You think this is Leo Wallace?
Imagine. He's selling all of his realty, and that's just, he's so happy to be here.
That could be Leo Wallace. He was more of a Coca-Cola guy.
He didn't like Cheerwine.
He wasn't a Cheerwine fella. Or maybe he just didn't want to take the plunge into some cherry wine. Oh, look at this. This is his building here, the wholesale annex. That could be Leo. He's got a nice tie on too.
Has the polka dots on it and everything.
Yeah, that's good. We've really gone off the rails with this whole Cheerwine thing. This is a totally different beverage.
That was only a Coca-Cola tie. Only Coca-Cola could get you that tie.
Is that how it worked?
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, this is definitely a house of beauty here, or like not a beauty house, but this house is very beautiful, is what I meant to say. This almost looks like something out of a horror film.
Yeah.
This could be used in like a horror film. Oh, look at this sign up here. There's an old rusted out wrought iron piece of signage. Okay, it's not a piece of signage. I don't know what, maybe it is a piece of signage. What is that? Any ideas?
It looks like it used to be a neon, possibly of some sort.
An old neon? Oh, look at these. These old lantern type of lights here with the eagle on top of it. I'm hearing a train. Oh yeah, I'm hearing a train, and it's kind of a nice ambiance because over here, as this van passes by, all right, it's not just the mural that is amazing, but it's also the structure of the building itself. Oh, this is interesting. There's also, look at this, this is almost like a combo. There's a Coca-Cola mural on the other end as well. And there's also a little storm shelter down here. Right down there underneath the bottom there. Are there tornadoes here in North Carolina? Do you ever have tornadoes?
Not live.
Okay, that almost looks like a tornado cellar, but I can't imagine there being any tornadoes through North Carolina.
I found somewhere you may have used to be able to get Cheerwine at.
Oh, over here, Kenter's. Oh, Kettner's. Just across the side is Kettner's. There is a good possibility at Kettner's supermarket. We sell to sell again. What does that mean?
I guess they're resellers. They bought your Cheerwine, Adam, and they sold it to me.
A supermarket that resells?
I don't know. That's what it sounds like.
I would expect to see that from like a thrift store.
Not a supermarket.
That's an unusual selling tactic. They sell to sell again. Now, do you see next to the dumpsters over there, do you see the Coca-Cola mural?
Wow.
Do you see that? It says
Big
delicious and refreshing.
But Cheerwine has stood the time.
Oh, you know what? Cheerwine has stood the test of time. It almost looks like Cheerwine has engulfed and painted over the Coca-Cola mural. Now, in the world of those who, graffiti and taggers and things, that is frowned upon. You're not supposed to paint over someone else's work. But Cheerwine started here, so they have the rite of passage. On all occasions, it's good taste. This is so cool. I am so glad that there are these murals around here.
There's so many of them.
There are a lot. Maybe this isn't Coca-Cola. No, delicious and refreshing, because that looks like a C right there. Do you see the C and the O?
Yeah, that looks like Coke.
And Cheerwine just came in and said, no. This is our turf.
It's okay.
This is our turf.
We can do this because this is our home.
All right, driving about 2 miles over to the Cheerwine factory. Right over here. See what we can see. The Cheerwine factory. Got some Cheerwine trucks here. And here's an older logo with the 3 cherries up on top as well. And then over here, some more trucks and some of the pallets. And a van. Soft drink van. They call it a soft drink. So we were talking about cola, calling it a cola, or a pop, or a soda pop. I forgot about the soft drink. Call it a soft drink. Uniquely Southern is what it says on the side of the van. Uniquely Southern since 1917. 105 years ago. There it is over there, soft drink. There, of course, obviously it's a Sunday, so there's no one out here right now.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to get in. It doesn't look like any of the production facilities are running on a Sunday as the recording of this. And right over here is the front entryway into the bottling company offices. With the mailbox there. And the logo here as well, saying Drink Cheerwine. See what this sign says. Due to supply chain issues, we are currently out of stock of glass bottles and the zero sugar formula. We don't anticipate to have any more until the end of February. So the end of this month, you'll be able to get glass bottles again.
It's getting closer.
I'm really hoping somewhere in town, we'll drive back into town and can find a glass bottle in a store. Now it's very difficult to see it though because I'm filming through the window, but this says Legend. The Legend of Cheerwine. And there's also an antique. I'm just noticing your shoes. You have butterfly shoes on.
Butterflies.
Those are pretty cool. Are those Vans?
Yeah.
Nice.
Some butterfly Vans.
I got the Sauconys. We're going old. Nice. We're both going old school. And over here, dang, I'm trying to like cut my hand over the glare, but there's a machine right there. I kind of had the camera tilted. Look at that. That is cool. Yeah, I wish this was open. It's not, I wouldn't call it a museum, but the front office is right here in front of the front desk has a couple relics of the past. That's cool. All right, this is interesting. Now, Sundrop is made in the town where you reside.
Yeah.
Which is an hour away. You said about an hour, right?
About an hour, yeah.
But they also have here at the Cheerwine factory some Sundrop trucks.
Which is really weird. But they got it. They got Cheerwine and Sundrop.
You know, it could be that maybe they just distribute it from here.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Pepper, sometimes Coca-Cola and sometimes Pepsi distribute it. It is not one particular brand to Coke or Pepsi. So maybe that's how Sundrop is. Maybe just this factory distributes it and they distribute it from here. Yeah, Dr. Pepper is its own entity. Not to go off on another soda pop tangent. Maybe Sundrop's the same way. All right, since a lot of the stuff is not open in downtown, stopped over here at this gas station. Gonna see if there's any possibility. There's our shadow. You wanna wave? Give a wave to the shadow. Gonna see if there's a Cheerwine inside there. But I also wanted to point out there are 2 relics of the past here. A Krispy Kreme truck just went by. Fun fact, a few years ago, Cheerwine and Krispy Kreme merged, and there was a Krispy Kreme flavor. That's a nice segue into the Krispy Kreme flavor of Cheerwine. I never got to try that though, and I don't know if they still have it. But not only do they have the little skeleton of the phone booth, look at this, they still have a relic here of the past. Did you ever use a payphone? That's probably before your time. So these are like this is like from the Jurassic Park generation of payphones. You would put a quarter in here, and you would utilize this. So a phone would be attached to this. That's not the case anymore. And then across the way, there is also a relic of the past piece of goodness. This beautiful 1950 Dairy Queen. It says since 1950 over on the side. Yeah, you don't see them that look like this anymore. This Dairy Queen is an antique. That is beautiful right there.
It looks to be neon as well.
Yeah, it's got the neon.
They got Cheerwine in the front window.
Do they have Cheerwine up there? Oh, they sure do. Look at this. If they were open, we could get our Cheerwine here, but we're going to go over to that gas station across the way. And Carson and I were talking in the car on the way back over for the production facility that you made a short film kind of inspired the way Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So I took Family Video, which is from the South or any of those kind of areas. You know what Family Video is?
I know what Family Video is for sure.
So that kind of film, that kind of video store.
Right.
Most of them were closing down. So I wanted to kind of make one big last bang with that name.
Yeah.
And I like horror movies, so I was like, let's make a thriller out of video store employees.
Right.
And so yeah, you can check that out on my channel.
So you basically what you did is you took an abandoned Family Video, you rented it, and you had a bunch of Family Video props that you put in there.
Yeah.
You recreated a Family Video for a short film that's on your channel.
It was a lot.
That's
I think it was well worth it.
Cool. I'm going to have to check that out. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to check it out. Also wanted to show this neon. You know, I've never made a short film or a movie, but I always think if I ever retire from making vlogs and YouTube videos, it would be cool, you know, to find like a small town and utilize it, make like an independent film. I could definitely see the appeal. I'd probably do it more like guerrilla style though, where I don't even know if I'd even ask permission. I would just go to a small, I'd just go do it and then just reap the repercussions after the fact. Who knows though? Who knows what the future holds? Okay, they do not have the glass bottles, but they have plastic bottles. They also have the can. What do you think's better, can or plastic bottle?
Glass bottles.
They do have the glass. Right there next to the, we should go with the glass bottle.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go with that. We'll get 2 of these. Yes, look at this.
You have to clean the glass bottles.
Get it. We'll get it outside. We'll cheers them. We'll cheer the Cheerwine. We can clank them in here and outside. All right. Are these twist offs?
Is this twist off?
Cheerwine. Successful. Cheers.
I think it was worth the wait. Was it worth the wait?
Oh, that's very cherry.
Yes.
Now I've had Cheerwine before, but it's been a couple of years.
Me too, actually.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even compare this to a cherry Coke. It's more cherry.
It's more based on the cherry than the Coke.
Very fizzy. A lot of carbonation. Cheers with the wine. It's non-alcoholic, even though it says wine. And if they didn't have these in here, I would be whining.
I'd be very sad.
All right, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making the commute over an hour.
Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, you're welcome.
To my neck of the woods. So thank you for hanging out.
Neck. I wonder where that phrase came from. Neck of the woods.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's a good question.
Man.
But we did it. We accomplished a Cheerwine episode.
Yeah.
I'm trying Cheerwine.
All while talking about Coca-Cola.
A lot of Coca-Cola references. RC.
Yeah.
This store had RC. Had Coca-Cola.
Which we were just talking about before that.
RC is its own entity as well.
Yeah. It's good. You let the drinks speak for itself.
Speak for themselves. All right, one last cheers. Check out Carson Tyler's. The YouTube channel is just Carson Tyler. I'm gonna watch that independent film and see some of the filming locations you've done. Any future projects as far as what other shows you would like to maybe be an extra on? And things like that?
So a fun little fact, I know we both like Stranger Things. I turned down Stranger Things for Cobra Kai.
You turned down Stranger Things for Cobra Kai.
But there's only one reason. They wanted me to shave my head. I couldn't
You just
do
like
it.
having the long hair?
Yeah. I'm
I think that helps with getting roles, kind of because you're a little different.
Yeah, I think it helps. Yeah, I think everything has its time. So if Stranger Things does another season, I'm looking at that.
Stranger Things 4 has already been filmed.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, I think it should be great.
All right, I'll see you in the next video. Come on, put your acting. All right, come on. I'm gonna be the director. All right, Carson, you have to do it. There's no denying this. Get in the zone. Pretend you're on Stranger Things season 4. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. Take 2. Put your acting game face on. Pretend I'm Tarantino.
I'm about to put a twist on yours.
A twist hat?
I'm about to put a twist on your outro.
Okay, go for it. It's all you.
Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to this guy. And if you would like, come over to my channel. But just make sure you have a good day and be safe and be smart. Peace out, guys.
I like that. The vlog is over. One last cheers. Nailed it. And this is a really good way to end this as I exit the town. Look up there on the side of this building. There's another one. Carolina Beverage Corporation, Cheerwine.